Hey guys, let's get more news about Dallas, but first, don't forget to subscribe and leave your like. Cowboys abruptly release 17 TD receiver amid Zay Jones visit. The Dallas Cowboys are releasing a veteran wide receiver. According to Tom Pelissero of NFL Network, the Cowboys are releasing Martavis Bryant. Bryant had spent time on the team's practice squad during the 2023 season before his release at the conclusion of the regular season. He was eventually re-signed to a reserve/future contract. The hashtag Cowboys released veteran Wr Martavis Bryant, per source, writes Pelissero on Wednesday, May 8. Other teams are interested and expected to bring him in for a look. The 32-year-old Bryant previously served as a key receiver for the Pittsburgh Steelers. The 6'4" receiver posted 8 receiving touchdowns during his rookie season in 2014, the second highest mark on the team. He then followed that up with his best season to date, posting 50 catches for 765 receiving yards and 6 touchdowns during the 2015 season. Bryant became an even bigger name during Pittsburgh's playoff run, leading the team with 14 catches for 183 receiving yards to go along with 84 rushing yards in 2 games. However, Bryant was suspended for the entire 2016 season after violating the league's substance abuse policy. Bryant began the 2017 season as Pittsburgh's starting receiver. However, he was demoted during the season and was on the scout team at one point before being promoted back to the first-team offense. Bryant was eventually traded to the Oakland Raiders before the 2018 season, appearing in 8 games and recording 19 catches for 266 receiving yards before a knee injury landed him on injured reserve. He was eventually suspended by the NFL for violating the terms of his conditional reinstatement before the conclusion of the season. This would mark Bryant's last appearance in an NFL game. Despite never appearing in a game for the Cowboys, team executive vice president Stephen Jones had spoken highly of Bryant, raving about his size. "I think the biggest thing is Bryant, brings a body type, 6'4", 215 pounds, his size, his speed, his length, the whole 9 yards. That's something we just don't have in our receiving core," Jones told San Antonio sports star back in November about Bryant. "Nothing against the guys we got here, but we were watching him practice Thursday, and he's just about a head taller than the rest of the crew. He's got a good pedigree. He obviously played well in this league before." The release of Bryant happens to coincide with the news of Dallas bringing in former Jacksonville Jaguars receiver Zay Jones for a visit, according to Bleacher Report's Jordan Schultz. Sources: former #Jaguars Wr Zay Jones is visiting the #Cowboys today, writes Schultz on Wednesday, May 8. Jones has already met with the Titans and Cardinals. Several teams vying for the former second-round pick. As recently as the 2022 season, Jones racked up 823 yards on 82 catches with 5 touchdowns. The 29-year-old receiver holds career totals of 281 catches for 2,981 yards and 18 touchdowns since entering the league as a second-round draft pick of the Buffalo Bills back in 2017. Where does CeeDee Lamb rank among the greatest wide receivers in Cowboys history? One of several concerning storylines for the Cowboys this offseason is that star wide receiver CeeDee Lamb has not participated in Dallas voluntary workouts. Lamb's dominance in the past 4 seasons rivals the success of other legendary Cowboy receivers and prompts the question of how he compares to the greats of the past. When drafted by Dallas, the organization knew that Lamb was destined for greatness from the start. He was assigned number 88, a legendary number in Cowboys lore reserved for receivers who make their presence known on the field. Since icon Drew Pearson immortalized 88 in the 70s, only 4 receivers have shared the number. These players include Michael Irvin, Antonio Bryant, Dez Bryant, and Lamb. Aside from Antonio Bryant, who had a somewhat disappointing and underwhelming tenure in Dallas, the players who have worn 88 have had exceptional careers and were arguably the best receivers in the league during their primes. When comparing CD to Dallas receivers of the past, his stats speak for themselves. In his first 4 years with the Cowboys, he has almost 1,000 more receiving yards than Dez Bryant had in his 4 years, and over 1,000 more yards than Irvin and Pearson did in the first 4 years of their careers. Compared to the other members of the 88 club, Lamb has the second most touchdowns in his first 4 years, trailing only behind Dez. Though stats only provide some of the picture, they prove that Lamb is currently on track to be a Cowboys great and potentially another member of the Ring of Honor. Another factor that solidifies Lamb as one of the most dominant receivers in Cowboys history is the astounding season he is coming off. In his breakout campaign, Lamb had a career highs of 1,749 receiving yards and 12 touchdown receptions. The other 4 members of the 88 club have never come reasonably close to getting over 1,700 yards in a regular season, while only Dez has had more than 12 touchdown receptions in a regular season, 16 in 2014. The trajectory of Lamb's career, pointing towards him becoming a Cowboys great and potentially one of the greatest wide receivers in NFL history, should serve as a beacon of hope for Dallas front office. This should motivate them to secure a deal with Lamb before the team heads out to California for training camp, which is just a few months away. The hope is that Dallas can swiftly negotiate a deal with Lamb, allowing him to further establish himself as a modern-day Cowboy legend and potentially the greatest to wear 88 when all is said and done. Zay Jones Cowboys visit highlights deep family ties. Veteran wide receiver Zay Jones is taking a free agent visit with the Dallas Cowboys on Wednesday, sources tell Jordan Schultz. It will be his 3rd team visit since being released by the Jacksonville Jaguars on April 30. Jones met with the Tennessee Titans and Arizona Cardinals before his trip to Dallas. After signing a 3-year, $24 million contract with Jacksonville in 2022, the former second-round pick spent the last 2 seasons with the Jaguars. Jones had a solid first season with the Jags in 2022, notching career highs in receptions, 82, and receiving yards, 823. He scored 5 touchdowns in 16 games, starting 15 of them. Injuries took a toll on Jones in 2023 and he missed 8 games. He finished the year with 34 receptions for 321 yards and 2 touchdowns in 9 games. He played at least 15 games in each of his first 6 NFL seasons. Jones has a connection to the Cowboys through his father Robert, who Dallas selected in the first round of the 1992 NFL Draft. The elder Jones, a linebacker, spent his first 4 NFL seasons with the Cowboys and was a key member of their 3 Super Bowl winning squads in the 90s. He started 66 of his 51 games with Dallas, including the playoffs, and started 2 of the Cowboys' Super Bowl wins. Zay Jones was born in Dallas and attended high school in Austin. He followed in his father's footsteps and played college football at East Carolina University. The Cowboys kept it even at the 2024 NFL Draft, using their 8 picks on 4 offensive and defensive players, respectively. Now Jerry Jones is looking to add some role players who could end up being the difference for Dallas. Outside of All-Pro wideout CeeDee Lamb, the Cowboys' wide receiver room consists of Brandon Cooks, Jalen Tolbert and Pro Bowl return man Kavonte Turpin, among others. Dallas somewhat surprisingly released Michael Gallup on March 15, just 2 years into his 5-year contract. He landed with the Las Vegas Raiders on April 30. The Cowboys have emphasized that quarterback Dak Prescott's contract extension is their top priority this offseason, but no progress has been made on a deal. Zay Jones' visit comes a day after Stephen Jones, Dallas executive vice president, gave Prescott a vote of confidence and said he believes the 30-year-old gunslinger can still lead the franchise to a championship. He also said that the Cowboys have been right there in terms of competing for a championship over the last 3 seasons and are hanging around the rim. Signing Zay Jones won't make the Cowboys any more of a contender than they already are, but he could be a solid addition and option for Dallas offense. Given his trio of free agent visits, he is highly coveted around the league and should find a home for training camp at the very least. The 2024 offseason has been pretty quiet for the Cowboys, which is a little surprising as the upcoming season is crucial for the organization. It's not every day you see a consistent NFL playoff team enter a season with both their head coach and quarterback in the final year of their respective contracts. That's where things stand at the moment for the Cowboys. And you, fan? What do you think of the situation of Zay Jones? Leave your opinion in the comments.